Go for it. Go ahead. Do the intro. Do whatever you want.
Welcome to Thought Cops, coming to you live from the mean streets of Neo Chicago. I am Officer Kevin.
I am Officer Grant. That's right, Kevin. This is the only podcast where every week we talk about action figures and light up shoes.
I'm noticing you got some new shades there.
No, these are normal.
Those are normal. Was I just seeing it the whole time? Is this a new Grant Sona?
I just put on different things so that when people watch the YouTube version, which you can just go on youtube.com/thoughtcops and you can watch every episode. We film them. We go to great lengths to film all of these episodes. And I just try and make it look like I'm just not wearing the same clothes every single day. You know, you put on a different hat, you put on a different pair of glasses, you put on a different jacket, you put on whatever, and you look different, you know, and then people go, this is a different episode.
Yes, that's true.
So it's important.
You know, some of you cartoon characters out there can learn a thing or two from this. Hey Arnold and Doug, they're wearing the same damn outfit every day, you know. They smell bad too.
They did a joke about that in I think the TV show Recess, where the character TJ opens up his closet and it's all just like the same jacket and the same red hat.
Yeah, I think. Was it Doug where like he became a fashion icon or something? It was one of those shows where
I didn't really watch too much Doug.
One of the characters became like a fashion icon and he's like, I don't like when everybody's dressing like me.
Well, speaking of fashion icons, we have Martin with us.
That's right. Martin Felshman. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Thank you both for having me back.
Real close.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Tight and close.
Thank you both so much for having me back. I'm so happy to be back with my favorite Thought Cops.
Thank you for coming on. Hopefully the only Thought Cops. I'll kill those other guys. I will murder them.
In Minecraft.
No.
Zwick is a Thought Cop, and I know you want to murder Zwick, but you shouldn't.
Well, yeah.
Zwick is an employee of Thought Cops LLC.
Yeah.
So the last time we had you on was a live show, which we haven't done in freaking forever. That was a good time. And we have you here tonight because we want to talk about a few things. We want to talk about Podzooky. But before we do, Martin, let's just get right to the chase here. You have a surprise. Well, technically, I've already seen this. Grant has not seen this yet.
It's my new glasses, and once I take them off, I can see it. But these aren't even sunglasses. These are I just can't see anything.
Martin, I will let you set this up.
Well, listen, I love you both so much. I think you're both staples of Chicago culture.
Thank you.
Recently, while I was national treasuring through Lori Lightfoot's storage unit, I did find something that I thought was important to Chicago history that belonged with both of you. Oh. I know it's very it's something
this is a whole thing. You got a whole thing in your bag.
Listen, I know you've given out the key to the city to so many people, but I think you both deserve your own key to the city.
What? Holy shit.
Look at this.
This is incredible. Oh my God. And it has the fabled Malort.
Look at this.
What do you call the fucking
that means keychain.
Instead of the little Mickey Mouse thing, it's a Malort bottle. And there's actually Malort inside. I might actually have some right now.
Don't open it.
Might have a little sip.
Leave that. Oh, now it's open.
Oh, it's all part about having.
Now I got to buy a fresh one.
Well, don't worry. I
got more.
I sent Kevin with like 4 bottles of this.
Yeah, we got replacements.
It's all for the novelty.
You remember I made that graphic of her doing this and then we stopped using it after like 6 months?
Yes.
Anyway, that was good.
Let's talk about this here. So the actual, I don't know what you call this part.
I can't really see it.
What you call this part? Take the damn glasses off. You can see this is
incredible.
This is like the cityscape up here on the actual
bean.
Keen. You got the bean. You got the Willis Tower. You got a lot. It says Thought Cops on there.
You have the Hancock building, these are the 2 correct buildings to put in the skyline. Like, you ever notice the Chicago Lego set has like the CNA building and you're like, why would you include the CNA the big stupid red brick? Like, that's the most recognizable architecture. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I would not pick that out of a lineup.
It makes a very easy Lego set.
And it's wrapped in Chicago flag tape.
So there are a few small design options here.
And there's
Brandon
hot
Kirkman,
dogs.
Brandon Kirkman,
Chicago dogs on the handle.
He did all of the art for this, and I would like to say this is a gift only for me. I paid Brandon for that art, so he doesn't get to say that this is a gift from him.
Wow, yeah, this is incredible, and it feels so good to wield.
It's a good. It's balanced.
It's stainless steel. You could definitely hurt someone with this, even though I know you both
for home intruders.
Yeah. Anyone tries to get up here, just bonk them on the head with this thing.
Yet another addition to the show's lore. This is incredible.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you so much for this, Martin.
You're so welcome. You both deserve it.
Oh, thank you.
Like I said, I got a sneak peek at this.
How will we ever repay you? It looks like it's gonna fucking knock me right in the teeth.
Well, Martin, you always come bearing so many gifts. Like, you were so kind enough. He got both of us the Japanese copies of Pokemon Red and Green. Pretty cool. Every time we see you, you're always so kind, bringing us stuff, making cupcakes, doing what you want. And this is just the best one yet. Can you imagine?
Yeah, we'll have to find a place. Maybe we can.
So yeah, we'll have it like we'll figure something out like that.
Figure it out.
Well, for the time being, here I'll just hold on to it the entire episode.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful, just like Sora.
Fine. Yeah. So this is basically.
We all know how wildly Kevin gestures too. So
this would be like
maybe I'll grab my helmet from the closet.
Sora enters into the world of Neo Chicago once Thought Cops becomes a Disney property, and we can now
only a matter of time.
Be a level in Kingdom Hearts 4 Dream Drop. Just 3.58.
Stop while you're ahead.
Check it out. Amazing.
Once again, just the framing of it looks like you're going to bash me in the head with it. It's like a full foot away.
You've got those sunglasses on. You've got like a big Heartless aesthetic right now.
Hell yeah.
Watch out, Grant.
Those were the coolest things about those games.
They really were.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I saw this last week. I got a sneak peek at it because I was on the hit, another Chicago staple, the hit podcast, the hit kaiju podcast, Podzooky. And we talked about Shin Ultraman. You host that with our dear friend Brandon Kirkman and Luke Flip, who, yes, he has been on the show before. Okay.
What?
That was so fucking funny. During the episode, Kevin said, like, "Oh, don't worry, Luke, we'll get you on." It's like, I have been on.
I totally forgot. I totally forgot.
That was before the video switchover, wasn't it?
It was like when we were still
pretty close to.
It was like deep during the pandemic.
Like, was it really?
Remember we were like doing full remote for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we hadn't even started doing video at that point.
No, we did not.
So yeah. I mean, the show's been entirely different. That was almost. So I think, to add to the lore, I think that once we started doing video, that was almost season 1.52 chain of memories, you could so call it. And then now this is season 2.
Oh, we're officially fully in season 2.
We're in season 2.
Yeah, this is season 2. Sort of a whole new thing.
But we never named the video switchover, because once we started doing videos and putting videos out, that was sort of a new season.
Well,
it wasn't an entirely new season.
The format was the same.
It's the same thing as with Kingdom Hearts. You don't have Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. You have 2.7536 remixed or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah, 2 over 365 days. I have played most of the Kingdom Hearts games. I don't remember a lot of the stories.
I've played 1 and half of 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've only played 1. Now I got to play them all. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. You know, you're rescuing Pinocchio from the whale, and he goes, "Get me out of here." He just does that for like 20 minutes, and you're like, God fucking damn it. This guy's more annoying than...
Get me out of here.
More annoying than Baby Mario. Jeez. Anyway, let's talk about Podzooky, though. So you guys have been doing this podcast for a while now, right?
I haven't smelled Malort. Sorry, I haven't smelled Malort in like a year or more.
I know you're off alcohol, but do you want to sip?
Yeah. No.
Okay, that would probably break the whole...
I mean, I'm not trying to be like spiritually pure. It's not going to like stain my lips.
Does it have something to do with the taste or something?
I just don't want it, but I haven't scented it in so long.
Yeah.
And it's more pungent than I remember.
Yeah. It definitely does remind me of parties that I have not been to in a long time.
Yeah.
So Podzooky, Grant has been on, I've been on.
Kevin's been on more than me.
Nico,
that.
Well, that's got to be fixed.
That definitely has to be fixed. Grant, we will get you back on. What do you want to watch? What kaiju movie? What's lighting your fire?
We'll talk.
Okay.
I need time.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to drop this on you now.
I'm bad at decision making on the spot.
We've been doing Podzooky since 2016. We recently had our 100th episode where we finally reviewed Godzilla 98, which when we started Podzooky, we made a half joke that would be our suicide pact. Whenever we did review it, we would kill ourselves. And we're still alive because we're cowards. But we still make fun episodes.
Wait, did you guys have Zwick on yet?
We have had Zwick on.
Okay, that was the...
What was the episode that Zwick did?
Fuck. Wait.
Was it the Insane Clown Posse movie?
Oh, no. Okay, wait. We haven't had Zwick on yet. We are having Zwick on
Got to happen,
for the Insane Clown Posse movie. Zwick, I'm sorry. We are having you on.
Well, don't kill yourself until that one.
Yes.
Then you'll be fully ready.
I mean, it's the only way we can take down Zwick.
Yeah. And someone has to. God damn it.
Right.
He's too powerful. Anyway, it's a good time always being on Podzooky. Check
He
that
has
episode
the
out.
darkness inside of him. It
really
must be vanquished.
He really does, man. Anyway.
The darkness is coming to get us.
That's pretty good, Donald.
I can't enunciate words when I do that. I can just do
It's very hard,
Yeah.
It's very difficult. I could just do the whole Kingdom Hearts cast, I think.
Oh.
I can't do like Sora. I'm not a 12-year-old boy, but
when you say Kingdom Hearts cast, do you mean like what games are you talking about? Because the Final Fantasy cast doesn't exist in the current games now.
What?
Well, I don't
happened?
follow that shit.
I don't know. Square somehow lost the rights. I don't fucking know what they're doing.
Seriously?
No.
That was the whole thing.
I would believe it though. It's like, well,
I mean, they did sell. They sold Tomb Raider for crypto. Those fucking idiots.
maybe they're gonna have the girl from Forspoken in the next one instead. You mean I can freaking move stuff with my mind?
Oh, that's Amazeballs.
Have you seen that, Grant? It's like that game with it's like this girl. She talks like she's in a Marvel movie constantly. And it's also like, it's like the High on Life game, but instead of certain someone voicing a gun,
Right.
it's these cuffs that she wears. It's like this British guy, and they just banter.
What's the name of this
constantly.
game?
It's called Forspoken. I haven't played it. It looks like it could potentially be fun, but god damn, it looks obnoxious.
Movement
I've
elements
seen-
look great. Like if you play it on silent, I bet it's fine.
Yeah, great game to play on mute.
Wait, maybe I have seen. Maybe I was scrolling and I saw something about it on Twitter or something.
Yeah, probably. It's no Kingdom Hearts, though, that's for sure.
Well, here's an article from The Verge that says Forspoken star is unbothered by all the memes. So
Unbothered.
Good for them.
Yeah, good to be unbothered.
you know what? I got a 2 minutes of hate memes. We don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
We've advanced beyond memes. Do something else. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the CEO of Twitter did like a shit post of like Mr. Roger shit posting. Also, we're done with it. It's 2023.
Yep.
Shit posting memes, all this shit. And it's like Mr. Rogers, and it's like, you know, the saying where he's like, oh, you know, when you're in trouble, find the people that are helpers. And he like, but it was Mr. Rogers, and he was saying, find the people that are dank memers. And I'm like, this man is like in his 50s. And he owns one of the biggest social media companies, and he's posting Mr. Rogers shit posts about dank memes. My brain can't handle it anymore.
Did he go private?
Yes, it's the most peaceful I've seen Twitter in the past, like, how long has he been CEO for? 10 years?
10 days. What is more pathetic than locking your account at like 53 million followers?
Well, it was because Ian Michael Cheong or whatever his name is said like, did you know, or like one of these people that he like is constantly in the replies of, you know, where he's constantly like, hey, did you know if you put your account on private, more people you get more engagement? And he was like, it's like, what do you mean? You're the CEO. You should just be able to pull up the numbers.
Yeah.
Wait, he privated himself because he doesn't know how his own website works?
He doesn't know anything.
Wow, that's incredible.
I was waiting for him to like change his avatar to the Tokyo Ghoul. Like,
right. Yeah. That's coming. That's happening next.
I mean, Elon could still gain my respect. He could change it to the Laughing Man from Ghost in the Shell. That'd be pretty cool.
that'd be pretty cool.
I haven't seen it. Maybe that'd be a good Podzu. There's so many things there. I'll send you my list. I have a big list of just every movie I ever want to see.
Perfect.
I know Kevin loves lists, right?
I do. I love making lists, not sharing them. They're for me and me only.
God forbid anybody share anything on the internet.
Hell no. Anyway, so Elon Musk, goddamn, he's on private. That's crazy. So like, what? So how are people going to like dunk on him now? Besides following him, what am I supposed to do? I haven't blocked.
I don't know. You just keep going like normal. Well, I think there's Twitter has like a 300 or 400 million user base, and like I think it's either like a half to a quarter follow him. So it's effectively nothing.
I was
like
gonna,
it doesn't.
You remember when Chrissy Teigen locked her account?
Yeah,
and it was like, what's the point?
Yeah,
this is like way stupid.
He's like 130 million followers.
Oh,
it's like, and also like I don't know. Whole thing's stupid. Also, friend of the show and former guest, Joe, I forgot his last name. Joe Ames posted a clip of his stand-up on Twitter, and I made a joke about. He said, "Oh, I love posting stand-up to Twitter. I love getting like 14 likes and 1 retweet." And I was like, "Hey, your video is going view roll right now," which we all learned from when Ben Flores was on the episode. He explained view roll is when it doesn't go viral, but it goes viral in the sense that a lot of people are looking at it. View roll. And he said, yeah, call me Mr. 400, because it said 400 views. But when you click the tweet itself, it's not 400 views. It said 1,200. Oh. So when you're scrolling through Twitter, it says, oh, your post has been viewed 400 times. When you click the post, it says this has been viewed 1,200 times. It makes no sense.
Oh, so that feature
doesn't work.
That feature is just completely worthless.
It's just like a countdown timer that you would find on like MySpace.
I've never,
but less effective.
The GeoCities like page counter was more effective.
Yes. Absolutely.
And the numbers were like fucking like about badass, awesome flames. You know?
Yeah.
666. Oh, I just hit the big number, baby. Man.
That was the only change that he made to the website. Like everything, like what? He brought spaces back?
Well, that's not the only change. I get a lot of alt-right content now.
I got a lot of bots following me.
I had a bunch of bots follow me, and then I think they like banned a bunch of bots, and now I have like 20 or 30 less followers.
I still have them. I call them my harem of Stephanie 1 2 3 4 5 8 1 2.
Right.
Yeah, and all her friends.
I noticed what's it? Because I've been hovering right around that 1,500 mark for 20 years, however long Twitter's been around for. I've had
might
like
as well
exactly
be, yeah.
1,500. And just like the other day, it was just like, 30 less. I was like, okay.
Okay, then. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Did you tweet anything that could have been controversial to like 30 people?
Were you tweeting about?
I hate 30 people. Guess who you are? And they all guessed right, actually.
Shit.
Wow.
So you didn't go back to Tweeter Griffin?
No.
Oh shit. No.
I can't do those things for long term. They get obnoxious.
They're not meant for long term. They're only meant for brief.
There are people though that's their whole Twitter persona is I'm Tweeter Griffin on here, and I'm just Tweeter Griffin the whole time. Yeah. And then eventually they post a video of them like playing drums or whatever, and they're like, I hate Tweeter Griffin.
Lose like all of their followers.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
So Martin, what else has been up besides Podzooky? What have you been up to? Or you don't have to answer that. It's whatever.
No, he can.
To whatever level of publicity or privacy you wish to engage in.
I don't know. I've been playing video games. Got the new Pokemon. That's been fine.
I want to get it. I want to get it, but man, is it as bad as they say? The bugginess?
It's real rough and buggy, but at the same time, I don't know. I have similar problems with this and Legends Arceus.
That game was fun.
The game's super fun. Both of these games have a very solid skeleton, and every bit of flesh on the body is like fucked up and tainted. That skeleton is great.
I hear there's supposed to be like a big update or fix at the end of this month.
There's something dropping later this month. I don't know how big that fix is.
I know.
There are various things I would like, but I'm not holding my breath because I know the Pokemon company.
I will maybe wait until then and see like, okay, is it worth it? You know, because I do want to play it. I've been watching my girlfriend play Let's Go Pikachu, which I never played before.
Nice.
And I'm like, man.
For N64?
Oh, no, for Switch. It's a remake of Pokemon Yellow, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what am I thinking of? What's the N64 one with?
Hey You Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, man.
No, but it's like, man, I forgot. This is like so fucking charming.
Right.
And I'm like getting all into the typing and everything. And I'm like, man. And even like going back to that first gen, and like as much as I love those original games, because it's compact, it's a nice return to just the original 150.
Right.
But I'm like, there's parts where I'm like, man, there's only 3 ghost Pokemon in the whole game.
Right.
And they're also part poison. And it's like, I'm as much as we had this like nostalgia for the original one, I'm like, I really miss
I
miss the variety of the new ones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But they still have like some of the Alolan forms. And I'm going to shut the fuck up before we lose half the listener
Whatever.
base.
Honestly, sometimes I wonder if this is good because sometimes we get crazy comments from people that listen. They say, actually, Pink Floyd, progressive rock? No, not progressive rock. That's the most controversial thing you've said yet. And so sometimes it's like I feel like are we too in the murk of it, you know? Or do we just talk about Pokemon and people go, oh, okay, this is what I tune into the podcast for. I want to hear them talk about action figures and light up shoes. What's on the agenda this week, boys?
Well, I do want to read. This is the weird comments part of the episode. So we're gonna have like a whole theme song right here. Like it's like Oingo Boingo weird science. Weird comments. Danny, we're gonna get Danny.
It's
Elfman.
my creation.
Is it real? Here's some of the weird comments we got this week. So we had that YouTube short from last episode with Jack, where we were talking about how Pink Floyd was the Dark Side of the Moon was the highest selling progressive rock album of all time, to which Jack said, second only to maybe the Beatles. And we got a comment that says, I think it might be more controversial to call Pink Floyd and the Beatles progressive rock.
Which that person may very well might not be saying that it is controversial to them, but that it may be seen as a controversial statement. Honestly, the entire progressive rock genre is strife with people going, they're not progressive. That's every progressive rock band. That's every band in like every like minor. I'm not indie rock. It's like you're whatever. Who cares? You're yourself, and then people classify you so that we have a general idea. Nobody likes the names of these things. Nobody thinks that all of these bands sound exactly the same. And we all know that all of them go, well, you know, we don't really identify with that. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's the record labels that do it.
I do think that some of the commenters thought we meant like, you know, progressive, like PC rock.
What? You think that they thought that?
Well, one guy, you know, we were talking about how the Pink Floyd flag is like, oh, it's LGBT. And then one guy says, I don't even watch when I see the flag. I know who it came from. I don't know what that means.
Does that mean like, I know that that's the album cover of Pink Floyd?
He said, I don't even watch when I see the flag. I think he means like the rainbow flag, which is not in the video. There's actually no flag in the video.
I hold up the album, which has a rainbow on it,
but there's no flag in the video. I know you.
Well, what's he saying? I don't know.
I responded what, and he just didn't say anything back. So I don't know.
Well, last time you said
weird
what?
Comment.
Yeah, they're all weird. I swear to God. And like, I'll pull up our TikTok. So we've been posting reels. We've been posting TikToks. They've been doing sort of well. We've been garnering a little bit more of a couple followers
bring it
here.
In, share it,
Fuck
baby.
Yeah.
You know,
share the shorts. They're fucking 60 seconds long.
I'll share them on TikTok also. And we get like a bunch of people that are like interacting with it the correct way, that are like, these people that are saying these things are stupid. And I'm like, this is a comment that makes sense.
I think that's because you spelled it out a little bit more for them.
Well, you know, I
actually want to move on here. We got another comment in the video where somebody says, you're just grasping at straws for content.
Welcome to the internet.
There's a reply here from somebody named Josh.
Weird.
It says,
I think I know someone named Josh.
It says, they're poking fun at the people who are grasping at those straws. A bunch of people on social media accuse Pink Floyd of being political for putting out anniversary art with the rainbow, not realizing it was in the original album art, and these guys are mocking those people.
Wait, is there anyone who's a fan of Pink Floyd who hasn't seen? That's like the most famous piece of album artwork to ever exist.
Right, yeah,
exactly.
We spent a goodly amount of time on that last episode. Like, how can, like, because I have the album over there and I'm not going to bring it back out, but it's just like, who knows what that is and was looking at it and goes, hey, wait a second. What's this rainbow doing on my Pink Floyd album cover?
Now, I want to finish off the segment here. We put up a video segment talking about twins. How old is too old to call yourself a twin? And we got some great comments on this one. Somebody said, being a twin would be like having a brother, I think. True. Somebody says, bro, you got to understand the amount of hate coming from this. Jealousy is not attractive quality.
Which I also want to add to that. I don't know if they knew which twins we were talking about, because I did say in the video, like, we started off talking about twins and then I said what's his name and what's his name Hodge.
Yeah,
so I didn't know if that was like a fan of the Hodge twins that were like, you guys are jealous of the Hodge twins, or if they were just like,
I think it's
listen, the tone of this video is unbecoming, which is like, I don't know you.
Because I was just talking about like twins in general.
Yeah.
And then somebody else says, you don't have a twin. You'll never understand the bond between twins.
Got me.
Serious, man. Twins coming out in full force in that comment section.
This is just like, you hate to dwell on this type of stuff, but it's like, we've put out however much content for however long, and nobody ever comments things. And usually if someone like comments on a video, if Shrug or Not is listening to it on YouTube and he comments something, usually I'll try and mention it. But now that like the YouTube Reels are gaining a little more, or YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, they're gaining a little bit of traction. You're looking at these comments, you're going, what even is going on in your head when you're saying these things? Like, this doesn't even make sense.
Idea.
And then Kevin, you ask for clarity, you say, what question mark? And they say, my thoughts exactly. And it's like, this doesn't clarify it. Could you repeat it? Oh, that sort of reminds me, and we can get to this as a topic, but the Babylon Bee. Y'all read the Babylon Bee?
I do. I go to them for inspiration when I'm pitching to hard drive.
Someone's gonna like clip you saying that and like keep it in the back of their pocket and like wait for you to slip.
Well, okay, let me clarify. Sarcasm is basically like a second language to me, or my first language. So keep that in mind.
That's a good point.
/S.
So this will sort of dip into a little bit of maybe the next story that we'll end up talking about here.
Okay.
But the headline, this is from the Babylon Bee. It said, sad, YouTuber Mr. Beast spends millions curing blind people when he could have sent another tank to Ukraine.
Okay.
Now, Kevin, you work for the hard drive.
Yes, yes.
Is this like something that if you would pitch that, would someone be like, that's a good article headline?
No.
Like, what's your critique on this? I would love to hear.
I'm going to give it to them. I will say I like when they start with sad. I think that's a great way to introduce it. Like, it kind of like, there's a lot of great like click hole headlines to start that way. It's a great format. I think I see what they're getting at here.
Heartbreaking.
Yes, exactly. I see what they're getting at here. They're basically saying that Mr. Beast is cringe and Ukraine is cringe.
Yeah,
and,
so there's a little bit of a lack in clarity on which, and we'll sort of get into why this is sort of happening for the lucky people out there that are unaware of what's happening with Mr. Beast right now. But they're sort of like poking fun at people that are criticizing him, but they're missing the mark by it's some sort of entanglement with like, well, because the blindness that he's attempting to cure with his weird videos where he's saying, oh, Mr. Beast cured blindness or whatever. They're like, oh, well, how come like a rich person can do this? How come we can't just pool our resources together and do this for everybody that needs this surgery? Right. So that's sort of, they're criticizing that, but they're lumping that in with like government healthcare, which also the government funds other things, which could be arguably also a tank going to Ukraine, which is like 3 steps removed. And I think a lot of people were like, this doesn't really, you sort of missed the mark a little bit.
You know what I do think they're actually saying?
What?
That Batman is going to be our future president. Mr. Beast, President Beast. Look, you're looking at him.
He did a poll. He said, if I ran for president, would you vote for me?
He absolutely will run for president.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee it, and he will win.
And so Cody Johnson from Some More News responded to this tweet. He said, "Hi, Mr. B. This implies you think that instead of sending military aid and funding wars, the government should instead be funding healthcare for people. Could you confirm your support for government-funded healthcare?" Got
any response?
Got a bunch of likes. It did get a response. And I would like to read the response here. The Babylon Bee quote retweets him and says, "Hi there. The joke must have confused you. Allow us to explain."
Oh, catty.
Okay.
Here's the explanation. They say, it's that YouTuber Mr. Beast spent millions curing blind people when he could have sent another tank to Ukraine. Hope this helps.
Hope this helps. Go fuck yourself. I hate that shit. Hope this helps.
There's not an identifiable joke there. Those are just 2 things.
Precisely.
There's a response here from @Grant Mooney. What does that say?
I hate this guy. I said, he said, whoever this clown is, said, "I didn't think the joke was confusing at first, but now that you're repeating it, yeah, it's kind of confusing."
Yeah, a little bit.
Because, like,
I agree with that guy.
Because, like, again, just the lack of clarity on the internet. It's like, we don't have, like, this sort of, I'm in a room with you two right now, and I can look at you, and I can say something, and you understand my tone of voice and my facial expressions, and if you don't understand it, you can say, "Hey, what, huh?" And then I can sort of repeat it, and then you go, "Yeah, but could you clarify a little more?" And we have, like, this back and forth exchange. But this is just like, actually, our joke was pretty smart and you're just stupid. Which is like the antithesis of like anything that anybody doing comedy should be doing. It's like, no, clarify your fucking joke. Tell it better.
That's
shave
typical,
it down.
That's typical Babylon Bee, though. All of their jokes boil down to just, hey, we're saying a thing that, it presents as a joke. It looks somewhat like a joke. It's either that or their one joke about trans people. Well, not their one joke. That's everyone's one joke about trans people.
They're using the one joke. Grant, I hate to say it, but I think I know why you don't like this.
It's because I'm woke.
It's because you're triggered.
Here's another. Speaking of the one joke, there's another.
This was great.
The other classic. Wait,
are you not following them?
No, I'm not following the Babylon Bee.
Oh.
Am I supposed to? They got the yellow check mark.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Wait,
that means they're a business.
Oh, I thought that was for piss.
Well, that's what it used to be. Yeah. Until Mr. Elon Musk had to come in and muddle everything up.
It.
I don't. How am I supposed to find the official piss boys on Twitter now?
They ruined it, man. They ruined the whole fucking site.
Well, this is another classic headline from the good folks at the Babylon Bee that need not explain themselves. Stephen King estate reveals he died years ago, and his Twitter account is being run by a mentally ill, glue-sniffing parrot with Tourette's.
Yeah, I know we did like a deep dive into that. Somebody put up a great thread on Twitter, like breaking down that joke. Very funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the man of the hour, though, Mr. Beast.
Wait, hold on.
Beast.
I got this sound drop that I want to. I can't even see the screen over there, so I can't even pull this up in like a reasonable amount of time.
It was a very good bit. I appreciated it a lot, Grant.
Kevin, do you want to talk to the good folks at home about Mr. Beast? What's going on with this guy?
Basically, a bunch of people who were blind can see now, and Mr. Beast is my new Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Cool. So what else? Tell us more about.
Well, he made it possible for people.
Tell us more about
Mr. Beast.
That was it.
That was worth it. Yeah, Mr. Beast may... Can you do it one more time, please?
No, it's fine.
No, I just said Mr. Beast. Now I feel like an idiot if the thing doesn't play.
Okay, so start the sentence over again.
Okay.
Mr. Beast!
Was that too early?
No, I was like going, and then you would like finish the rest of it. So
Okay,
that was
so
that was perfect. That was perfect.
We'll restart it. You can start it. I'll hit play.
Okay.
And then continue the sentence after I'm done.
I'm actually going to gesture to you, and then when I gesture to you,
Okay, I'll pay it.
then you hit it, and then I'll continue.
Wait, gesture or gesture?
Well, I won't be doing any bits if anyone's wondering. Actually, let me look up the original Mr. Beast headline here. Whoa. Can you find the picture? It's one of the best.
Well, should I clear this out then? I'll just hit stop share.
One of the best thumbnails in all of YouTube history.
I honestly understand why people are like disgusted by this guy.
I don't know why thumbnails have to have inhuman proportions for people's faces.
Here's the thumbnail. I got it pulled up right here.
And it says 1,000 blind people see for the first time.
So I do want to bring this up while this image is still up. I watched the video. That kid does not appear in the video. That's like a stock image that they use for this.
The fuck?
And so for the listeners at home that aren't watching on YouTube, this is what Mr. Beast looks like. He looks a little bit like me.
I was going to say that, yeah.
He's got a little kind of a shitty beard and like a shittier haircut too. But he has a lot more followers than me, so I'm doing something wrong.
Well,
He sort of looks like this, but then he smiles like this.
I was thinking
he's got dead eyes. Like
this is an alternate version of you where you don't have depression, and you help 1,000 people see again or see for the first time. You see what you could be doing if you didn't have those problems.
I'm just looking at the two images. I see Mr. Beast up there, and I see Mr. Best over here.
Oh shit!
I should that would be a good bit, Mr. Best. Hey folks, I'm Mr. Best. Government should just do it.
I am loving seeing Mr. Beast like figure out in real time, like, why are we not doing this?
Right.
Why is this? He's like, why did it take me to figure this out? Why did we not figure this out before me?
Because if I was Mr. Beast, I would be like, listen, I'm a complete fucking idiot. Why do I know? Why am I learning this? Because he had some sort of response to this. So the thing that triggered this, the thing that set it off, was this tweet by this lawyer that is on Twitter and TikTok. His name is LOL Overruled. He goes by Lolo. I think his name is Alex. And he tweeted this and it ruffled some, wrestled some Jimmy...
Their jimmies were ruffled.
They ruffled their Jim Jams. He said there is something so demonic about this, and I can't even articulate what it is. And a bunch of people were like, "What's wrong with you?" And I think his point, he was just like, it's weird. It feels weird. Yeah, it's like the image is weird. His weird dead eye, and the kid who's like crying, and he's like soy facing. He made this
just
little
like
child soy face,
smirk with his hand around his shoulder. It's a nice thing to do, but it's very much like, oh, I did this. Everybody look at me.
Right. It is very much he stuck himself up on the cross, and we're all giving him 50 lashes or whatever happens in the Bible.
I've been reading about it like very loosely, but Mr. Beast is definitely like the name you would give the Antichrist in a shitty direct to like DVD movie.
Absolutely.
That's true. That is.
And I would like to clarify, I don't think Mr. Beast is the Antichrist. I think he's a guy with too much money who uses philanthropy in order to get more money, which is the point of philanthropy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that the thing that people are wrestling with, not to be confused with rustling, ristling. What the fuck is the verb?
Rustling.
Yeah.
Those jimmies are rustled.
Rustled jimmies. Such a fucking stupid Reddit phrase.
It really is.
The thing that people are wrestling with is the idea of like, you can do a good thing, but sometimes for bad reasons, but it doesn't mean that you don't do the thing, but that when you like create a brand surrounding the act of doing these things, like for the point of some level of popularity, even if you're doing the thing that is good, if there's not some level of like cognizance of the fact that you doing the thing means that something is fucked up and that we need to fix the fucked upness of that so that like this is less of like a weird internet spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like a hard thing to say in 140 characters or whatever the fuck. And it's a very like sort of just like weirdly nuanced, like, I don't think anybody thinks that Mr. Beast is like a bad guy. I do, but I'm not going to say it. I don't care.
I think they think he's a dumb guy.
I'm above the age of 10. I'm not watching Mr. Beast.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Mr. Beast makes content for children.
Right.
You don't have nuance when you're a kid. Things have to be black and white so you can understand things a little more simply.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the people even defending Mr. Beast, like, people learn every day that capitalism is fundamentally flawed. And this is just another example of that. This is not something that you should be looking to a wealthy person in order to simply fix these people. This is something the government should be taking care of.
Right. And that's even something that he himself said after
Yeah.
some of this outcry. And
It took a lot of time. It took a lot of time and a lot of work to figure it out. But hey, he got there, and that man is going to be our next
So
president.
I'm going to read this tweet real fast since we're talking about it. He
Maybe
said,
after John Cena.
Well, of course, he'll start off as John Cena's vice president and then run on his own.
Fuck, that would happen. God damn it.
Yeah.
He tweets here. He says, I don't understand why curable blindness is a thing. Why don't governments step in and help? Even if you're thinking purely from a financial standpoint, it's hard to see how they don't return on investment on taxes from people being able to work again.
That's really great. Where was that in the video?
Right. I mean, there is a level too where I think he is a bigger YouTuber than PewDiePie.
Yeah, no, he's the biggest YouTuber.
He is Mr. Beast. There is a level to like the idea of like you do have a platform, you can do good things with it. And while I think the idea of like, yeah, you are doing a good thing with it. However, you know, like it's hard. It feels like you're sort of like tripping over yourself to like criticize him. And it's not as though the criticism is necessarily all on him. It's that like, hey, yeah, shit's fucked up. We're sort of like coming to terms with it. And I think that actually the tweet that set this all up, him saying, Lolo saying, there is something so demonic about this and I can't even articulate what it is, I think is what most people sort of just feel when they see this weird thumbnail. And like when everyone just sort of tries talking about this subject is like, it's hard to talk about because it's like, you don't want to diminish the idea of like building a brand on doing good things is better than building a brand on talking about fucking YouTube drama like we're doing here.
Can you read that last tweet there?
Yes.
I think this is kind of funny.
This also adds into like a level of obscurity though. He says, Twitter, rich people should help others with their money. Me, okay, I'll use my money to help people and I promise to give all my money. I promise to give away all my money before I die, every single penny. Twitter, Mr. Beast bad. Which is also like...
It's just like funny, like hearing him refer to himself in the third person as Mr. Beast.
Right.
Mr. Beast bad.
Does he have a first name?
I don't know. I mean, presumably his last name sure as fuck isn't Beast.
Oh, no, it's got to be Mr. It's got to be just simple Mr.
Well,
Beast.
no, it's not even that because someone pointed this out. I didn't even notice this before, but like the way that his name is presented on here is capital M, lowercase r, capital B, EAST. So it's not Mr. period space Beast. It's Mr. Beast, all one word.
Huh.
I think that Mr. Beast, like McLovin, how that's his first name.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Beast is his name. That's his entity.
Okay.
Huh.
So, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You don't even need to look at that video for him doing gross things. Like, I think the large video he did before that was him climbing a mountain with his friends, and then he named it like Shopify because
The
it was
mountain?
because it was just a big commercial for Shopify.
Is that the one, Kevin, you were trying to watch on New Year's Eve for some reason?
I think so, yeah. And then you turned it off, yeah.
I mean,
I think I told you turn on Pilot Red Sun, and I went to the bathroom and I came back and you were watching Mr. Beast.
Well, because I logged into your YouTube and that was like the first thing like recommended.
That's because no, I'm not logged in on YouTube. That's why. That's just like
default.
Right.
Incognito. That's why so many people are going down the Mr. Beast
No, it was
pipeline.
on my TV. It wasn't incognito. It was just.
Well, you know what I mean.
Logged
the
in
logged in when you log off, you're going on YouTube.
Right. Yeah, going incognito on YouTube so no one knows what you're searching. I get you.
Exactly.
I mean, hell, I remember people like I don't follow Mr. Beast very closely, but I remember like better half of a year ago, he did like a real Squid Game thing and people were giving him shit for that too.
Yeah. Fuck. I thought he was a hamburger guy for a while because
he had ghost kitchens set up all over the country.
That's how I knew about him. I was like, I would walk by like a pop-up restaurant. It's called Mr. Beast. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a crazy restaurant.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
This was like a few years ago, I want to say, like 2020 at some point.
I just do not. I feel like I saw like those words passed in front of my eyeballs and I just didn't retain them. I was like, yeah, Mr. Whatever. I don't care. I'm too old, man. How old is Mr. Beast?
Younger than us, probably.
He's got to be younger than us.
Mr. Beast.
I want to guess like 28.
24.
What?
Actually, that was a lot younger than I thought.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
There's just Jack Bauer years old.
Thank you. There is just something weird about all of it. Again, like I think like you were saying, Martin, it's like people are sort of coming to terms that like, yeah, the system is inherently broken, and even just the idea of like, okay, I did this for 1,000 people. It's like, but it's like it's not the actions themselves, it's the broader context and then the conceptualization of that context. And two things that I want to point out about these tweets. One, when he says, even if you're thinking purely from a financial standpoint, it's hard to see the return on investment on taxes. And it's like, so you want people to see, not because it's like a good thing, but because they funnel more money into the system.
Well, yeah,
so they're like a cog. And there's another aspect to that too, where it's like, yeah, people that are on disability cannot, like, you can't get a job because they take away your disability money. So it's all sort of fucked up. That's its own sort of thing. And then for him to say like, oh, well, I'm doing this because people say that rich people are bad if they don't use their money right. And like everyone's saying that I'm bad anyway.
Mr.
And
Beast
it's like,
bad.
It's like, man, I think you're losing the thread of like why you're even doing a good thing in the first place, sort of thing. But it's all balled into. Yes, please take it away from me.
Let me poorly quote a tweet that I can't even remember who originally tweeted it. I'm sure you can find it online.
I won't be looking.
Every American feel-good story is like, oh, these people raised $20,000 in order to stop the orphan crushing machine, without questioning why there's an orphan crushing machine or why it costs money in order to not use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, if this can sort of explain why there's the orphan crushing machine, it's that Mr. Beast could have used this money to buy another tank for Ukraine. So we've come around full circle. We figured it out. It only took us 20 minutes.
God, the Babylon Bee absolutely got my ass.
They're levels ahead. They're streets ahead. Anyway, let's move on to.
Let's talk about some other popular Twitch people. Let's talk about. So I guess like.
Oh God, are we doing this one?
Yes. Can we just watch this video? Open this up. Actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this over to this screen and we can do a quick.
Oh, good. This video. Oh boy.
And then fucking at 2 a.m., you know, I've been watching so much fucking. I've been reading so much fucking AI stuff. I'm reading all this fucking stuff about AI and fucking deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything. And I'm in these fucking Discords, and I just feel so embarrassing to me. But I was on fucking Pornhub, dude. I was on a fucking regular ass normal website, and there was an ad. There's an ad on every fucking video for this fucking. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every fucking video for fucking
clicking ads, bro.
Thing. And then I click it, and I'm fucking in this
on a
fucking rabbit hole. And at 2 a.m., I don't know, I'm morbidly curious, and I click something, and it's just
computer
fucking.
COVID.
It's gross. It's gross, and I'm sorry.
I don't know. Maybe you really thought that game.
It's
like
not.
He couldn't come in 30 seconds.
It's so embarrassing. I just really want to get a. It's not like a fucking pattern of behavior.
And so he's crying. His wife or girlfriend behind him is also.
I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
Is that Mr. Beast?
No, this is Mr. Least. Jesus Christ.
God.
So, do you have context for this? I know I saw this clip all over.
Yeah. So some guy was.
I tried not to engage with it because I hate this type of shit. But
yeah, some guy was pulling his shit to some like AI deepfakes that look like some of his friends, like Pokimane, some of these other guys out there. I don't know. And then that for context, that's why his girlfriend, wife, partner, whatever. She's in the background, blurrily crying behind him.
I don't know. I have such a hard time with this video shit, but
whose idea do you think that was?
Who? What?
That she would be there while he's doing this. Because I understand in the streaming community having to issue a public apology like this, but why framed in this way?
Yeah, why is she back there crying? Why is he crying?
Like, her pain's completely valid. This is a fucked up situation. It feels weird and performative to have her there with him for this.
Well, actually, I'm gonna come clean for a second. I've actually been jacking my shit off to deepfakes of Slime to Garbage Main.
What the fuck, man?
And Asterios Kokonos.
Oh, your internet friends? Is that the joke you're going for?
Yeah, and I just want to maybe Grant, if you could cry.
Throw me those No, don't get off for this. Hold on.
Make Grant all blurry when I'm saying this.
Zwick, if you could blur me out.
I just clicked on it, man. Everybody's clicking on this fucking video of Slime and Asterios.
Why are they in a video together?
I don't know, man. I was reading. What do you say? I was reading this AI shit.
Yeah, he's addicted to reading about AI.
I was reading this AI shit.
What does that have to do? Like, you don't need all that. I was on Pornhub. I clicked the wrong thing and it was there. I actually have an intellectual fascination with artificial intelligence in general. I've been reading Asimov. I've been reading just all this stuff. And, it's just a profound profundity that's existent in my brain stem.
Adding more story context than you need is the classic telltale mark of someone who's just full of shit.
Yeah.
I gotta build the story for you. I've been so interested in AI.
So this is a guy named Atriok, I guess. I don't know who these people are. Again, I'm above the age of 10.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
And it was Pokimane and some other people.
Some other folks that he streamed with. And
because there's these popular internet personalities, people are making deep fake porno,
which is
them. It's just been happening. It's been happening forever. Okay, it's nothing new.
It has been, but it is grosser, and it's more available to the public now than it was before. I mean, like the production of it.
You can make your own. That's what I did. That's why they were in the video together. I made it.
Sure. And then I guess there were other people that were like, why are you... I guess it was like he was streaming like a video game, and it was like the suggestions or like someone saw like the tab was open. The classic Kirk Eichenwald. I was just showing my family that tentacle porn existed. I don't actually look at this. I was just proving to my wife and daughter that people look at honey, come here. Would you look at this?
How are people making this mistake?
I am.
Like, fuck, if you're going live, like double check your tabs. Always double check your tabs. How the fuck are you this big of a Twitch streamer and you're not double checking your tabs?
Also, like, what are you doing in the first place? To be honest,
come on, man. Also, quit watching weird porn of your friends.
It's weird, and I don't know any of these people. I don't follow any of these people. I'm above the age of 10, but like, I can only imagine how much fucking like harassment like these fucking people get over this type of shit. And it's one of those things that I always feel like I go back to on this show, which is just like be a fucking human being. Like this is weird behavior. And I feel like the internet just like you're around all this shit, and it just exacerbates like people's just like fucking ability to like interact with the internet in a meaningful way. And especially when you're on it 24/7 doing these fucking 8-hour streams where you sit and like your gaming chair is a toilet and you just sit and eat a burrito while you're talking about politics and you're playing fucking Bloodborne or whatever the fuck. And you just do that. That's your job for 12 hours a day. And like, it just warps your mind into just like a fucking pile of garbage. And then you put that out for millions of just like 11-year-olds to just like rot their brains, and collectively as a society we all get worse, and we really just need to take our phones and flush them down the toilet and, you know, overthrow the shackles of capitalism.
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
You know, AI, we talk a lot about how bad it is, but sometimes it's good, and that's why I actually want to get ahead of this and give my key
to the city.
My key to the city.
Watch that Malort bottle.
It's empty. This key to the city to AI generated Seinfeld. I've actually included a clip on the Google Doc.
This is good. I got it up here. I'm going to pull this up, but this is maybe one of the only.
This is a Twitch stream, just constantly running AI generated versions of Seinfeld with these like low polygon models of Jerry and George and all their friends.
And again, I gotta say, for all the shit that people talk about, like AI, which I do think is bad, a lot of it is just built upon, you know, the like all of these systems, they have to pull their content from somewhere. And usually what happens with a lot of AI shit is that they're stealing from other artists and they're just like replicating certain styles that other people have already created. So there's like a whole like copyright thing. But this is maybe one of the better, I think, iterations of anything we've seen AI related at all thus far.
I think you're completely right. I wish AI were used more for like weird surrealist art like this.
Yeah, it's good. So we'll go ahead and play this.
Hey, Yvonne. Did you hear about that new restaurant around the corner?
I guess so, yeah.
They're supposed to have the best food in town.
I heard they just opened up, and I'm dying to try it.
Oh, that's
but
classic.
It looks so expensive. Maybe we can make a deal with the owner. You know, trade them some of our jokes for a free meal.
She dances just like real Elaine.
What do you think, Larry? I mean, it's either that, or we mooch off our friends again.
That's a great idea. We'd be like comedians for hire.
And this just runs for like 24 hours a day.
I think
Here's
so,
hoping
yeah.
the owner is a fan of our humor.
I saw Sir post something about like Jerry Seinfeld got like stuck at the mic for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I hate it when people say, it's not the size that matters, it's how you use it. What am I supposed to do with that?
This also makes me wish there was like a Seinfeld PS1 game.
Oh, God.
Hey, Yvonne, I heard a really funny joke yesterday.
God, Seinfeld would make such a good point.
What did they call the bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Ha 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 ha.
That's hilarious. You know what they say? If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
That's true.
What other jokes do you have up your sleeve?
What is this,
I
Newman's
could use
apartment?
some cheering up.
Maybe.
What about that one about the chicken crossing the road?
Wait, on this one?
Hey everyone! So, the other day I was walking down the street and this lady comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell me the time?" So I look at her and I say sorry, but I cannot. My watch is stuck in eternity.
So yeah, it's called Nothing
The lady
Forever.
looks at me, kind of confused.
I think we kind of get the
and then
gist.
says, "You don't
Yeah.
have a watch?"
Nothing.
I could
nothing forever.
continue watching this for probably
I
just
say
we
no.
could just do an
I mean,
hour.
my
We
watch
could
is
just
stuck in
stream this and react to
I'll probably fall asleep to it tonight.
it. Okay.
Yeah. AI, not always evil.
Right.
And it gets my, again, I want to reiterate this. It gets my key to the city. Thank you,
Beautiful.
Martin. Thank you for
Yeah,
this.
of course.
I really wanted to use Mr. Beast Screaming.mp4 more in this video, but I don't care to click back and forth enough. You've all heard it, and you've experienced it. And
Once
we can all
was
move
enough.
on.
Yeah, once was enough.
We did it like 3 times. That's fine.
Anything else you want to talk about, Grant?
No, anything else you want to talk about, Martin? We got a couple voicemails here for you.
Let's listen to some voicemails.
Let's listen to voicemails.
hear-
I love
let's listen to
voicemails.
Let's hear what our fans have to say.
We got some voicemails. Let me pull them up. Somebody say something so there's not dead radio silence.
I have the perfect thing to say. I feel like I'm in an AI generated thought cops now.
We should do like an AI generated episode where we just like write the script out and then just sorry, this isn't it.
Take a week off.
Take a week off and then just like just do that. That'd be
I
great.
might take half the year off. Nobody will notice.
Yeah.
So yeah, 312-788-7361. Give us a call or send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. We got a couple amazing voicemails here. These are the top 2 this week. So without further ado, let's hit it.
Hey, what's up, Doc Cops? This is Slime the Garbage Man phoning in. Just wanted to call because I knew young man Martin was going to be on the program, and I have to thank him publicly once again for his kindness of the Super Good Sour Candy, the Pokemon card, and the coveted copy of the Small Soldiers PC game that I can't play because my computer isn't old enough, but
I fucking forgot I sent that to him.
And as for internet crimes to report, as per the voicemail machine, I would like to report Luke Flip for being wrong about Small Soldiers still after all this time. Doubly proving the point after I dug further into Joe Dante's filmography and found incredibly how political it was, incredibly how satirical it was. So absolutely, the satire of the military-industrial complex in Small Soldiers was intentional. I hope he hears this. I know he probably will because Brandon also called in. Thank you.
So can you run this back? Can you explain what's going on here?
So if you listen to one episode of Podzooky, and I mean, like, the episodes y'all have done with us are great. We did
Those are pretty good.
Dolomite is My Name. You were recently on for Shin Ultraman, which love both those episodes.
Yeah.
Our episode with Slime the Garbage Man was like 3 hours long because he and Luke would not stop arguing about Small Soldiers.
Yeah, I listened to that.
So the crux of the argument was along the lines of, was it an intentional satire of the military-industrial complex? Am I getting that correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's been a hot minute.
Sounds like a dull minute. No, I'm kidding.
It's a fun, wild episode.
That's fun. I hope no feelings were hurt. I hope all my friends are on the internet are doing well and that everybody's happy. Speaking of my friends on the internet, let's go ahead and play this next voicemail here. I wonder who this could be.
Hey, Thought Plus, it's your boy, Brandon Kirkman, giving a call. Martin Felshman is on the podcast. One of the Kaiju Hollywood bad boys, which I'm also part of. You might have heard about our little podcast.
We mentioned it, yeah.
Get into it. I'm sure you talked about it.
We did.
Anyways, I had a question for Martin. Once again, Kevin can answer, Grant can answer, Zwick can answer too if he wants. But which Kaiju do you think does the most ass eating? I feel like ass eating is having to drop off. It had its moment, it's going away, so let's bring it back. And then also on the opposite end, what Kaiju do you think has never done any ass eating? Like the most neo-puritanical Kaiju, just like is so weird about sex, nobody wants to deal with them. Let me know. Anyways, you know what's coming.
I'm going to have to look up a list of Kaiju in order to properly answer this.
Love you, Martin. Bye.
Bye, Brandon.
Well, Martin, like he said, he directed that to you specifically, so I'm gonna let you start off.
Yeah, you start off, and then I'm going to do some Wikipedia-ing and then see if I can get an answer.
Now, I do feel like there are a few schools of thought you can go down this road on, because there are so many kaijus, and even what a kaiju is, like the definition is so wide and far-reaching. One of the main things we do at Podzooky is just come up like 4 excuses to just label any media kaiju media.
Right.
Sometimes we don't have to work very hard, like when we do something like Honey, I Blew Up the Kid or Clifford the Big Red Dog. But then other times we have to do things like, I don't know, Solo, 120 Days of Sodom, where the kaiju is really more fascism.
By the way, but
wonderful.
Continue, yeah.
This is a very roundabout way of me saying the kaiju that probably eats the most ass is King Kong. He's the only one to confirm to have a relationship with some kind of human person.
I agree with that. And also just like monkeys are fucking like disgusting.
They're
just
fucking
like
freaks.
They eat their own shit. They eat each other's shit. They're just doing all sorts of crazy, weird things.
You think he puts the chick up his ass?
I don't know if that's what the voicemail meant.
Well, I'm just saying, like, yes,
I mean, that
eats
is
ass, but like,
that
if
is-
he's so big, he could put her up there.
I mean,
and-
that is a form of ass eating.
That
for
seems
sure.
like a way to kill a human being.
Well, mistakes happen.
No, you put him in feet first. It would hurt. I don't know if that would
That
kill
sounds
somebody.
like a way to kill a human being.
Well, when nobody said they were careful.
I agree, because I pulled up my list of kaijus, and I agree King Kong. It'd definitely be. It would have to be, because he's a big gorilla.
He's a
Gorillas
big
are
gorilla.
fucking weird and disgusting.
He's a big gorilla. He's also a sweetheart. I think King Kong, one of the most thoughtful kaiju. So he would definitely eat the most ass.
Does Ultraman count as a kaiju, or does he just fight them?
I think he would, and I would actually argue that Ultraman has never eaten ass because he
Oh, you
does
think
not
so?
have access to his mouth.
Oh shit, that's a good point. Yeah, his mouth never opens.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
I was
you're
going to
right.
say or something along the lines of something mechanical and robotic that has transcended the need to do such.
So depending on what variety of Mechagodzilla you're looking at, it does have a drill mouth, which I can only assume would be like maybe good depending on the ass.
It's a Jackal in the chat here. It says, I bet Anguirus. Is that how you pronounce it?
Oh, Anguirus, yes.
Anguirus is a freak.
Oh, 100%.
Well, this is all that I know. I had to Google this, and I agree, Martin. You're very smart when it comes to these things. You do a whole podcast about them, so I would imagine that you would be. But I had to.
Thank you. It'd be very sad if I
Google.
didn't know at least 2 kaiju.
Right.
He's like, oh crap, you really caught me off the spot here.
So that's it. Out of the hundreds that we received, those were the 2 that we played.
Those were the top 2. 312-788-7361, or send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Want to give a shout out to one of our new patrons this week, Spaghetti Johnson.
Fantastic name.
It's the name of your cat, right?
Yeah. Well, his full Christian name is Dennis Spaghetti Hopper.
Okay, so this was not your cat. Was like, wanted to see you on the episode.
No, this is
live.
I believe this is spaghetti that is within.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Patreon.com/thoughtcops.
We know a person who goes by the name Spaghetti.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
Access to the live chat and our bonus episodes, Fire Bros. Check that out. Before we end the episode, Martin, where can people find you? Where can they find Podzooky and all that weird, wonderful stuff you do?
You can find Podzooky anywhere that podcasts exist. You can go directly to the Machine Culture website. That's the podcasting collective that we're a part of. And for me, I mean, I guess I exist on Twitter. I haven't tweeted in a while. Oh, follow my cat on Instagram. I upload there occasionally. You can follow him at Spaghetti Images. I also do. I mean, I guess I haven't posted Instagram in a while. I used to run a weird thrift shop finds. Find me on there if you want to look through a catalog of shit I found in thrift shops over the last 5 years.
A lot of good stuff.
There is, certainly.
Well, Martin, thank you so much for coming on the show, and thank you for this wonderful, wonderful gift.
Yeah, and these other wonderful gifts.
Yes.
Thank you for the plethora. We'll never be able to repay you.
Oh, hey, your friendship is more than enough.
Thank you.
I love listening to y'all, and I love being able to come back for an episode.
Oh, thank you,
We
man.
appreciate that.
You give so much, and we do nothing but take.
It's true. We're pieces of shit.
On that note,
I mean, you are cops.
We are thought cops.
That's our excuse.
Hey, Cap. Guys, thank you for listening, and we will see you on the other side.
Great. Another toy for him to play with.